Hi everyone, we all know who I am. Who are you? I'm Lynn Rosen. I'm healing. I'm here to just say hi to my favorite peeps. The people of DC have been just absolutely, I can't talk for too long because I just took the Oxy and the pain today is manageable, but I need to lie down after I take it because I go to La La Land. Before I go to La La Land, I'm just going to tell you a few minutes of an adventure that I never had in my life. Does anybody want to go to a hospital? No, not unless you're crazy. And the adventure is going to this place. I'm calling the book that I'm writing the Hospital at Macon place to protect, I have to protect the name of the hospital. I cannot tell you the most wonderful, crazy women and men who worked there. When they heard I was going to write the book, because my surgeon walked around telling everybody, you know who this lady is? They all knew because I was a part of their nurses' strike. So they all looked at him, they all said, duh. And I told them that I was going to write the book in gratitude. There'll be no free copies on this one. All proceeds will go to NYU Children's Cancer Center because we have to help the children, especially when I think that I got to my age without, I had minor things happen in my life, but that I lived up to those things. I was able to accomplish as much as I could accomplish. And Lord knows, just thinking about what I accomplished exhausts me. So I'm going to just tell you my favorite story, and then I'll end with something else. My surgeon is a distinguished, wonderful man. They look at him, he has a little bit, to me, I never saw him as a man having a sense of humor. It's okay. He, very polished, very dignified. And he said to me, he sat down after he examined me, poking the breast again. And he said to me, so tell me, Lynn, what inspired you to write It Takes a Village? I said, that way women can understand that you're not alone. If you have the right support system, it makes all the difference. And he started asking because Taoufik had given him a copy of the book, and he was, for some crazy reason, he just loves that book. I love that book too. That book is my Bible. And
Cancer, It Takes a Village is the title of the book.
I just said that to him.
Okay.
And afterwards, he said, so tell me about your hospital stay. And there were a couple of nurses in there with me because we had been talking about something crazy. And I told them they were wonderful. I said the nurses were second to none. The doctors were fabulous. The rooms are immaculate. It's almost like being in a hotel. But I said the chef was related to Stevie Wonder, and he never called to say I'm sorry. At this moment, that dignified man who looks like a movie star got up, and I can't raise my hand now, got up and raised his hand and said, fire the chef. I couldn't stop. The nurses looked and said, we never saw that side of him. And then my favorite nurse, who in the book gave herself the name, what does she want to be called? Now I'm going to have a senior moment. She wanted to be called Spicy Girl, and she believed me, she's a spicy girl. And she said, I never saw him, but this woman brings out all the crazy. I actually had a fun time. Do I have pain? Very limited. If you sit and have a pity party, that's when the pain comes. But if you don't, you're trying to get on to the next thing and to help others. Through this whole thing, I met a wonderful lady who I'm going to help out with certain other things, who needs my help because she's all alone in life. Through Saving Souls Women's Network especially. Lynn's Kids is something else. It's wonderful, not like Saving Souls. Saving Souls Women's Network is a group of ladies from different countries and from women from the United States too, are out there to discuss the problems that are facing us today in our countries, in our cities, in our states, and what we can do to make it better. And I have many, many members here, like Christine Nakama, who has touched my heart. She's done wonderful things and doesn't get a penny for this. She takes out of her own pocket, and she can't afford to do this. That's why I want both Lynn's Kids and Saving Souls funded. And then comes, I hope I can say this without crying, my Kristen Learned, who is Vicky Light Altheidi's daughter. If I pronounce your name wrong, Vicky, we know each other for a number of years. I really don't care. You're a wonderful woman, but your daughter is the most wonderful person I ever met. She cares. She could have been my daughter in another life. She cares enough to get out there regardless of her position in life and to help others. So I sort of like, Vicky was very nice. She let me half adopt her. So Kristen, her boyfriend Pablo, who I want to tell you, of the two of them, Pablo is much easier to deal with. He is an absolute pleasure. Since I came home from the hospital, these two have contacted me every single day. And I just had the honor, I say honor because that whole family is pretty great, of meeting Tim Learned, who we just welcomed to the group today, who is Kristen's brother. So you're going to hear these are all players that are going to need us for donations and things like that. If you donate locally, it's wonderful. If you can help a heart by actually getting out there and doing the actual work, and you think that this is stopping me, no, I can't go out physically, but I can. I'm doing all my projects virtually through New York Cares and through Lynn's cards. There's no reason to stop. I have to keep going. Lynn's Kids. I wrote down all the countries and cities that we are having Lynn's Kids. I love that place. It's different countries, helping children to learn, creating a better future. Now, Lynn herself, do you notice this wonderful piece of apparatus? I'd rather have sex. Oops, be bad. This is a breathing thing. GoFundMe. I hate to ask, I really do, and I want to thank everyone. Kira Abercrombie, I love you. So many people who couldn't afford to do it and still did it. I want to thank those who prayed for me, who couldn't afford to give. I accept that too. But if you can't afford, I will be having chemotherapy. I already spoke to my doctor because I got very sick from radiation. My medical pays a certain percentage, but it costs me, I'm going to have 20 treatments and it costs me $100 a treatment. That's with them paying. So if you can donate to GoFundMe, you go, girl and boy. We're here to help other people, not to put ourselves out there. If you can't donate through money, buy one of the books. Go into Taufik's wonderful website, which shows you. Taufik, could you tell us the website?
Yeah, www.taufiklane.com. I will write it in the description.
Okay, thank you. This is a place where you see different people from different countries out there helping others. Now, I need help, so I don't hesitate. And people are wonderful. For those who haven't been able to, I understand. Buy a book. Say a prayer. I can't ask for more than that. Coming back to D.C. was my friends like Liz Rogers and Rebecca Felder. Meant so much to me. It was like coming home when I couldn't be there in the hospital because I was sick. I really miss you guys. You're family. You're the best family I ever had because Lord knows my family sucks. Speaking to Liz, I sent her pictures of ice cream every night. She'll tell you I don't lie because Liz and I talk about junk food and stuff like that. What is the world without junk food and sex? I am going to have some sort of therapy, but I have just the right masseuse. Get ready to rock and roll. I cannot tell you how all your caring, your prayers, your donations, and just the most important thing is the praying. A very sweet new man in my life. Don't get nervous and don't get ready to lecture me. It's Vicky's son, called me Angel Lady. And I said to him, I don't need titles. I need somebody to help these kids. And that's all I'm about. I'm not about, ooh, I want to look good. Well, I don't look very good now when I'm talking to you, right? Don't answer. The point is that we're here to help everyone. I'm so honored to have new members of Saving Souls. Monday, we're going to have a gigantic welcome party at our 1 o'clock a.m. time, 1 o'clock p.m. time. And the Yaxi is starting to kick in. And we're going to have loads of people. So if you know somebody who has kids, ordering It Takes a Village is a wonderful thing to show children that getting a disease like cancer is not your death benefit. It is, when you have the right people supporting you, it's a way out. And a woman wrote something to me, I can't say the name, but she wrote to me, I am so thankful that you did this because I've been so depressed about my cancer. And I said, all you need is a helping family. I don't have that, except for my husband, who's an angel of mercy, and he's a man. That's his only limitation. And other than him, I have nobody helping me, and that's okay too, because I'm taking my pills, doing my writing as if nothing was wrong. So even if you can't do anything physically, buy a book. Mention it to another person, which is my take one, make one theory, which is if you mention Lynn's kids or cancer to anybody else, let them mention it to somebody else. That's how you wind up, that's how I got so many followers, because of that. So, Christine, look at the shirt I'm wearing, Miss Perry. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I put it on just for you, my friend, Christine. Liz, I would have held the chocolate marshmallow ice cream in my hand, but I don't want to sit and wear it because right now, at this point, I have to get through this because the Vicodin is starting. So, tomorrow I visit the surgeon, and in 2 weeks, I won't start the chemo, but we'll start a date. We'll talk about a date where it's going to start. You have to give your body some time for healing. So I imagine I'm going to start chemo the beginning of May, and that'll take through June or July. So you got to do what you got to do. When somebody said to me today, you have such a positive attitude, I said, I'm not positive. I said, there's nothing positive about cancer. I hate it. But you can't sit back and say, oh, I have cancer, my life is over. You have to be an example for everybody else. And It Takes a Village is the most wonderful, not only my writing, it takes all of this stuff, and I want you to understand, my husband and I have some very different theories about this. I could give a rat's ass if anybody knows who I am. I think too many people know who I am. But if I can help one woman to realize that having cancer is not her end, that's what's important to me. And these books are written with love, not only by Lynn, but by the women of Saving Souls Women's Network. And occasionally we have men. And we're very honored today. I mentioned Tim Warren is joining, Vicky's son, and Kristen's brother. But we're so honored today to have a deep friend of Denzel Washington. We have Will, WB, what is a WB? Why do you have to have double? Why can't you just be our Will? In any case, Will, who knows Denzel, is joined. I mean, he knows me all this time. I meet with Will all the time about projects we can do. All of a sudden, he's accepting Saving Souls Women's Network, and he means a lot because Will does so much work. Will gives back all the time, and basically through his pocket too. It's like Lynn and Taoufik. That's why none of us are rich, my brother, because we take our money to help everybody else. That's what it's all about. So I want to thank you all for listening, tell you how much I love you. Liz, I will keep that ice cream coming. Christine, look at this shirt. Coffee now, coffee now, coffee now. My husband knows it. I told him, do not talk to me. Do not even think of saying hello to me till I have my coffee.
Sure.
So, and he is something, I'm just going to tell you a Taoufik story. I'm going to give you a 2-minute Taoufik story. Well, nothing with him is 2 minutes. He heard about the book that I'm writing. It's called The Hospital at Macon Place. Where I get these titles from, God delivers them. In any case, it's a comedy. I never wrote a comedy in my life. I hope to God it'll be good. But the people in this place, the doctors and nurses, were absolutely insane. I laughed so hard I wet my pants twice. In any case, he wants a name. I said, hello, Taoufik, you have a name. You're married to me. I want my own name in the book. I said, oh, really? What would you like to call yourself? So he said, Wacky Package. I said, nobody fits that title better than he does. He was at the hospital every day, tired, but good. But he's a man. That's a limitation on the fact that most men, I'd like to see him go through childbirth. He would have killed himself after 10 minutes. I'd like to see any man go through childbirth. Any man. I think that he's probably the best that we could have, but men are all crazy to their own extent, but we don't want to live without them. So, and he's a pretty good one. I want to thank everybody here for encouraging me, for the cute little notes. I was so excited today to speak to my friend Karen Leaf, whatever. When I say whatever, I'm very bad with names, and all these people have 2 or 3 things. I'm just Lynn Rosen, Essadiki, because it's his name. All these names that are so hard to pronounce, but it's okay, because I love you all. I'm so excited to finally speak to Karen, because I haven't spoken to my friend in a long time. Thank you all for praying. That means more to me than anything in the world. Thank you for those donors who contributed. Because of $100 a week, it's going to be a long road ahead. And thank you to special friends like Vicky, who is coming in, and who is in, right now she's in. And she's coming here, I hope, this weekend, and we'll have a nice meal together, and we'll get a chance, because I packed up things for Gabby, the grandchild, and for her daughters and for her son. So I'm ready to rock and roll. Thank you. That's all I can say. You touched my heart in ways that you will never, ever know. I love you all. Bye.